Got a special treat for you today. We're here with Julie Queen, a teacher at Rosman High School and a member of the Rosman High School Hall of Fame Selection Committee. And she's going to take a few minutes today to talk with us about the history of the Hall of Fame and what you can do as a volunteer to help with the Hall of Fame. Thanks for taking some time with us today.
Thank you.
First of all, just give us a history of the Hall of Fame. Start back at the beginning, how it got started, and kind of bring us up to date on it.
Okay. I teach a character education and leadership class, and one of the projects the students do is identify a problem that they see in the school or in the community and learn the whole process for writing action steps, learning about stakeholders, and really trying to see, can they solve that problem? So several years ago, a group of students were really concerned about what they saw as a lack of school spirit. So they looked at a lot of different ideas of how they could address that. They even considered like painting a mural, just doing more decorating around the school, but then they didn't think that that would really get at the core issue of we don't have pride. And so they looked at the idea of creating a Hall of Fame. They really wanted to acknowledge the accomplishments of alumni from the school. So they researched different Hall of Fames from around the country. They wrote all of the bylaws. They wrote the application form themselves, and then they went out and solicited nominations from the community. So they really worked on it for almost 2 years. They worked on it at lunch and after school. I was so proud of how much time and effort that they put into it. What started out as a group of 10 students, when it was all said and done, it ended up being a group of 4, but they put a lot of effort into that. So we took in nominations. We have 5 categories. That's public service, that's government and military service. They have career success, athletic success, inspirational experiences, because they really wanted to honor people who have just lived a good life and are inspiring to young people, and contributions to RHS. So this is our 6th year this year, and we're taking in 5 people every year, and that's about where we are right now.
Okay. Well, the next question, I guess, then would be, is there anything people in the community can do to help you with this project?
Absolutely. The first and most important thing is we need people to nominate. The voting committee cannot nominate. We just look at the applications that come in, we discuss them, and we make the selections. But it was real important to the students that it was the community that nominated individuals. And it's a community who knows the alumni that have gone on to do great things in their careers, that have done military service or public service, not just here in Rosman, but other places in the country. So we need nominations, and we see that as these people deserve recognition for what they've done in the lives that they've led. And the application is very short. It's only like 3 or 4 questions. It doesn't have to be an autobiography. Just give us some information so that we can use to consider the person for recognition.
Is there anything else that people in the community can do to help? If they don't nominate, can they donate? Can they volunteer? What can they do?
Absolutely. So our recognition consists of a dinner that we do before the football game where we induct. We do an individual plaque for each person. We have a plaque that's kept in the office that has nameplates for each year. And then we do a 2-page spread in the yearbook, so that's memorialized that way as well. Our annual costs are about $500 to $600 because of the plaques and the dinner, because we do the dinner for all their family and friends as well. We have relied solely on contributions and donations from the community. So if anyone would like to make a donation, that would be greatly appreciated.
So if somebody nominated someone and said, if this person's accepted, I'll buy their plaque, that would be good, right?
That would be phenomenal.
Or if they said, well, I'd like to sponsor the dinner for all of the recipients, that'd be great,
We would
right?
gladly take their money.
Okay, great. Well, and I want to make a personal note. The application process has to be easy, because I nominated someone, and I'm not the smartest guy in the world. It was a pretty easy process. So, I just want to let folks know that if you go and look that up and do a nomination. It won't take but a few minutes. I think I wrote a couple of paragraphs about this particular person, and it, sent it forward, and it got accepted. And so evidently it's not that difficult.
And we have heard from several of these people that have been inducted what a huge honor this was for them,
Right.
how much it meant to them, and that gives us great joy to be able to recognize them.
So nominating's the biggest thing, getting out and finding people in the community. And I know this is an off-the-cuff question, and we didn't talk about this one, but can you kind of give an example of each area and who might have
Sure.
received a reward in that, an award in that area?
So public service, we have inducted Charlie Bagwell for military service. Joe Parker, who was blinded in Vietnam from Agent Orange, and now he works with blind veterans around the country.
Right.
Jason Chappell, who's done school board and county commissioner, and continuing work with jobs in the community. That's an example of public service. Career success.
All right, go ahead to the next one and come back to that.
Okay. Athletic success. We have some records that were set in high school, and coaches like Jerry Imey that were inducted in that category. Inspirational experiences. We inducted preacher Ray Aiken, who was a preacher in the community for 50 years. Also, one of our first inductees in that category was a young man who had groundbreaking surgery at Mission Hospital. Starting in high school, he had several surgeries and went on. Eventually passed away, but they used his surgeries as a lot of research for future. And then our contributions to RHS, just a lot of teachers like Miss Cothran, and that have really contributed to the success of the school for many, many years.
So anybody out there in the community that's been successful, that's a Rosman alumni or has had significant contributions to Rosman, don't have to necessarily be an alumni, correct?
Correct. In the categories of public service, career success, inspirational experiences, those categories are alumni. Athletic achievement can be coaches, and then contributions to RHS can be anyone in the community that has helped our school succeed.
Well, I know I didn't plan all those questions with you, but you've given us a lot of information here, and we appreciate it, and certainly it's a worthy cause, and if anybody would like to donate, how can they get in touch with you?
They can call the school, 862-4284. They can email me at jqueen@tcsnc.org. They can just drop by the school as well. That's great. Send us a letter in the mail. And we'd like to see everyone come out to the November 3rd football game when we will recognize all these people at halftime.
And you do the nominations starting after that for the next year, and they're due when?
We usually have them due right around July 31st, August 1st. We usually meet before school starts and start the selection process.
All right, well, we appreciate your time, and thanks for taking a few minutes to explain the Hall of Fame to us.